Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing great, no matter where you are around the world. So today we're going to talk about the importance of mastering focus. Now, I want to start with a very important discovery, if you want to call it, by science. Scientists have recently discovered, and scientific research has proven, and this is very important, that even people who are diagnosed with ADHD have the capacity or can actually focus on the things that they really, really enjoy. This is so important, especially in my domain as a healing facilitator and as an alignment coach and as a channeler, because it comes to show the importance of aligning with your soul, because your soul is stronger than your mind. Your soul is what maneuvers your mind. And it comes to show that not everybody who's going through a rough patch in their life and who cannot focus will immediately conclude that, oh, I must have ADHD. You know, your lack of focus can be due to the fact that you're going through a rough patch in your life. Your lack of focus can sometimes be due to overwhelming circumstances. Your lack of focus can sometimes be due to the fact that you cannot accept your reality, that your reality is just too much. And then you might have suppressed these emotions. And what they're doing is that your lack of focus is just that root cause calling for your attention. There's another story going on in your mind when you cannot focus. And that story needs your attention. And it's the reason why you cannot focus. So please, if you're not being diagnosed, do not immediately deduce that, hey, I must have ADHD, because that's the story you start telling yourself. And when you start telling yourself a story and repeating it, your cells are actually listening. And your cells believe what you tell them, because your body and your mind are one system, right? So your cells are listening to everything that you're saying. So watch out for that inner dialogue, for that inner talk that's going on inside your body. And this is something I focus on a lot in what I teach. So when it comes to lack of focus, there must be a story that's going on in your life that needs your attention, whether it's the circumstances, whether it's some inner work that needs to be done. Now, some people who come to me, they say, no, I've done a lot of inner work. I still cannot focus. Now, here's what I have to say to that. If you've done a lot of inner work and you haven't reached that state of inner peace yet, it only means that you haven't gone deep enough, or that you're going through a certain phase in your life where you need to go back to that inner work. You know, if you exercise regularly and suddenly you stop exercising for a while, your body might go back to the way it used to be before you started exercising. Or if you've been exercising long enough and you've learned how to maintain that frequency, even if you stop exercising for a while, your body's muscle memory, your body's cellular memory will prevent it from going back to the way it was in its previous state. So it depends on how deep have you gone in your inner work. Just like in the gym, how deep have you gone for your body to be able to sustain that frequency, for your body to be able to sustain that inner peace and be stronger than any circumstances that you may face. I'm not saying you're not supposed to feel down, or you're not supposed to feel sad, or you're not supposed to feel depressed. We all feel those things, but it's just about the duration. How long does that state last? Are you able to pick yourself back up very quickly? Are you able to get back in alignment very quickly? Are you able to go back to these higher frequencies very quickly? That really matters. That is what really matters. How many people have all the tools that they need, but they do not use them. Why is that? Why is it that you cannot sustain that frequency that you're holding? Now, there's a reason for this. I'm going to talk about this at a later point. But first of all, let us discuss the inability of certain people to focus and what you can do about it so that you can master focus in your everyday life, and you can master focus when it comes to the bigger picture. So there are three main things that we need to keep in mind when it comes to mastering focus, or becoming a master of true focus on anything that you want. First of all, and this is really important, is that you need to learn how to relax. Many people who come to me do not know how to relax. Many people who I meet tell me, yeah, this is my relaxed state. And you can tell that their energy is not stable. They're moving around, they're fidgeting, their shoulders are not stable. If you do not know how to relax, that means there's something going on inside you that needs to be addressed. Everybody's supposed to be able to relax. And this is why when our body has been used to this fight or flight mode for so long, so you're always in a state of stress in your daily life, it's going to be very hard for you to learn how to relax. So this is why we do something called heart activations, where we teach people how to go into their hearts. This is why we do something that tackles the body in the terms of somatic exercises that help you become embodied, right? That help you feel that your body is that safe container, that help you relax every single part of you. And that's very important because it's taking your awareness from your mind to your heart. If you don't know how to relax, it's because the mind is always working. There's something going on. It's because of high levels of cortisol that your body is used to, and so it's in a constant state of stress. So you need to really learn how to relax so that you can get to states of inner peace. Because when you get to states of inner peace, what happens? You will be able to activate your heart to generate feelings of joy. And what happens when you generate feelings of joy? You release dopamine. What happens when dopamine is released? You become more alert and more focused. Now, there are many ways to focus through stimulants, right? Some people, let's say you use coffee, or you take a cold shower, or some people go into stronger stimulants. For example, I used to work in an advertising agency when I was in the corporate world, and some people take even stronger stimulants. What these do, like even caffeine or even cold showers, is they're beautiful to make you more alert. But sometimes if you overdo it with the stimulants, becoming too alert can prevent you from actually focusing. So this is why, fine, go ahead and have some coffee. That's fine, but that's not a long-term solution. What we're talking about here is focusing in your daily life and on the bigger picture, how to achieve, how to get yourself to be able to focus without effort. So you want to learn how to relax first, because when you relax through heart activations, you learn how to bring your awareness from your mind to your heart. You want to do certain somatic meditations that help you become embodied as a person, that help you feel safe in your body, make your body a safe container for you to be in, so that you can start feeling states of stillness, states of inner peace. And when you do that, it'll become much easier for you to radiate joy, even for no reason whatsoever. Your heart can actually produce these feelings. Your heart is a generator. So once you produce joy, you're producing dopamine. Dopamine is what's in our body, is what's responsible for keeping us alert and focused. So this is number one, to learn how to really, really relax. Number two, you want to be able to maintain clarity about what you want. If you're not clear about what you want, how do you expect yourself to focus? So if you say, I don't know what I want, then you don't have clarity. Then that will make it much harder for you to focus. So you really want to know the reasons behind this lack of clarity. What is it that's preventing you from being clear about what you want to achieve, or who you want to become, or what you want to do, or what you want your day to be like? This lack of clarity means there's more inner work that needs to be done, which means you need to go inside and check out what's going on so that you can address these parts of you that are preventing you from being clear, from achieving clarity. Also, we are surrounded by higher frequencies. All we have to do is open up. So there are certain ways in which you can ask for help when it comes to achieving clarity. And that's what I teach as well, how to also connect with these higher frequencies that can help you achieve a level of clarity much faster, so that you can know what you want. If you want to find out your purpose, you'll be able to find out what your purpose is. If you want to plan ahead, you'll be able to plan ahead. So maintaining clarity is key for you to be able to focus, because how else would you know what you need to focus on, right? You need to know what you want. So if you're not clear, let's say, about what you want, and you can't focus on what you want, you're sending mixed messages to the universe. And then the universe will respond by providing you with a mixed reality that matches the mixed messages that you're sending out. So by being clear in your expression, in your thoughts, you are going to be able to focus more. Clarity and relaxation are very close. They're like tied together. So you want to be able to relax so that you can have more clarity, and you want to have more clarity, therefore that will help you relax even more. So these two are somehow tied together. Weak energy centers, especially in the upper energy centers, they prevent us from being clear about what we want. And this is because they might be blocked by dense energies that could be related not only to our thoughts and to our emotions, but also to our diet. So eating clean will help raise our vibration so that we can achieve the clarity, and you can achieve the clarity that you're seeking. Number 3, and that's a key ingredient to the recipe of focus, that is willpower. So willpower is something that compels you to take the action. It's when you have that inner power to take the action or to do whatever it is you want to do. It's the willpower to focus. It's that inner strength that enables you to just create, to just go ahead and do what you do without anything standing in your way. However, when your distractions are stronger than your willpower, that means you're not able to say no to others. That means you compromise your time. That means you don't do proper time management. That means people pleasing is more important to you than actually pleasing yourself. Then your willpower is weak. And this also happens to be centered around the higher energy centers. So when your willpower is weak, that means you give more attention to your distractions, or you easily surrender to your distractions, and then your time is not really of value anymore because you don't know how to manage it. And if you're willing to compromise so much of your time, and you're willing to compromise on what you really want, then your willpower will not really be there. And if it's not there, you cannot focus, and you cannot create, and you cannot achieve. It's as simple as that. And why does it happen? Why does it happen that distractions are stronger than willpower? It's because you do not have enough self-love. And this is the key. When you have enough self-love, you do not let that energy dissipate to things outside of you that may be less important than what you have going on. If you really want something, and if you really want to achieve something, and if your purpose or your desires or whatever it is that you want is really something that will make you fulfilled, that will make you feel like, yes, this is what I want to wake up for, this is what I want my life to be like, then that self-love will drive your willpower. That self-love will strengthen your willpower. But if you lack the self-love, you will automatically lack the willpower. With self-love, that energy will flow around you and within you so that your cup is full. And when your cup is full, you can fill so many other cups. But make sure that you have enough self-love not to give in to distractions. Say no when you need to say no to people. I understand when you have a family. I understand moms who are raising their kids. I'm not saying say no to your kids. By all means, no. Your kids are a priority. But make sure you love yourself enough to dedicate time to yourself. Make sure you love yourself enough to have strong willpower to say, I deserve to do this for myself, and I will. Yeah, I will it into being. When you will something into being, you're determined to create it, and you have enough strength and you have enough self-love to generate it into being, because the heart is a generator. So that's why willpower is key for you to be able to focus, even when it comes to small tasks. Let's say if people are procrastinating, they cannot get themselves to focus. That procrastination has a reason, has a root cause. And we look into that as well. We do the emotional cleansing. We do the inner child loving. We do the ancestral healing. We do certain DNA activations. So all these will help us to get back in alignment so that you can strengthen your willpower. When you have strong willpower, that means your lower chakras are also in sync. So your lower chakras are in charge of, as above, so below. So they're the ones closer to earth. So you have enough grounding. You have a solid stance. You'll be able to take action easily. You'll be compelled to take action easily. So these were the 3 things that I wanted to discuss when it comes to mastering focus. And they're all equally important, and they are interrelated. So number 1, you want to learn how to relax. And that happens through different ways, through activating the heart, first and foremost, because you want to achieve states of inner peace no matter what's going on around you, so that you can deal with those circumstances, and to help yourself get rid of them faster, because you'll be vibrating higher when you are at a state of inner peace. And you'll be able to generate joy. By generating joy, you produce dopamine. By producing dopamine, you are more alert, yet you're able to focus, so you're not over alert. So number 2, you want to be able to have clarity about what you want. And to attain clarity, there are several ways to do it. You want to tackle those parts within you that are preventing you, that are blocking your path to achieving clarity. You want to ask for higher help sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that. When you're asking for help, you're actually tapping into higher frequencies. You're actually opening up to experiencing that higher version of you based on the law of oneness, because we are all one. And number 3, you want to strengthen your willpower. To strengthen your willpower, you don't want to give in to distractions. You want to respect your time. You want to value your time. You want to value your presence here on earth. You want to value yourself as a soul. And when as you fill your cup, you'll be able to fill so many other cups. So I hope these are of help to you so that you can master focus, not just when it comes to the little tasks, but overall master focus every single day of your life and master focus of the bigger picture. And if you want to learn how to integrate the whole process into your system among so many other beautiful processes. Now, I tell them there are so many techniques out there, and so many people talk to me and they say, yeah, we have the tools, we have the techniques, but we're not using them. The reason why you're not using them is because you're not immersing yourselves in the right energy. And this is where mentorship makes all the difference. This is why this program has been designed in a way so that you're constantly immersed in these frequencies so that they become a part of your life. And it will become easy for you to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to book a free frequency call with me, click on the link below this video. The replay will be available, or I'm keeping this video probably for another 24 hours or a little bit more. And sending you all so much love. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next week.